In a world full of hustle and bustle, there is a small creature that dances in silence. It once crawled on the ground, disappeared into the darkness, then reappeared with wings that carried a message about life. The butterfly is not just an insect with beautiful wings, but a story of change, struggle, and mortality. The butterfly is not just an insect with beautiful wings. It is a metaphor for life, a story of change, perseverance, and mortality. 1. The journey of metamorphosis, symbol of human life. From egg to caterpillar, then wrapping itself in a cocoon before finally being born as a butterfly. This is a silent journey that reflects human life. We also go through phases of struggle, limitations, and finally find the meaning of our existence. 2. Fragile wings, hidden strength. The butterfly's wings seem fragile, but that is where its magic lies. It flies without hesitation, dancing in the wind, as if knowing that the beauty of life lies not in physical strength, but in the courage to face uncertainty. 3. Short life, eternal beauty. Most butterflies only live for a few weeks. Some even only live for a day. But in that short time, it colors the world with its beauty. Doesn't this remind us that life is not about how long we exist, but how meaningful our presence is? 4. Flying against the wind, the philosophy of fortitude. The butterfly does not choose the easy path. It challenges the wind, dances amidst small storms, keeps floating, even though it is fragile. So do humans. Challenges are not to be avoided, but to be conquered. The cocoon of solitude, a time to reflect. Before becoming a butterfly, the caterpillar must go through the cocoon phase, dark, narrow, and seemingly death-like. But that's where it finds its identity. Perhaps there are times when we too must be silent, step aside from the noise of the world, and allow ourselves to grow in silence. If life is a story, then the butterfly is a whispering poem. Change is painful, but its beauty is inevitable. If a butterfly could talk, it might say, "I once crawled on the ground. I was once locked in silence, but look at me now. I dance with the wind." The butterfly is more than just a winged creature. It is an allegory for life, a sign that change often comes in painful forms before it becomes beautiful. First metamorphosis, death gives birth to life. In the cocoon, the caterpillar doesn't just sleep, it breaks down, dissolving into itself before reforming as something new. This isn't just change, it's rebirth. And so too, we sometimes have to go through brokenness to find ourselves stronger. 2. Resilient fragility. The butterfly's wings are thin, yet strong enough to carry it across the world. So are we, feeling fragile at times, but still able to soar higher than we ever imagined. 3. Beauty that is not eternal. Butterflies only live for a few days or weeks, but during that time, they color the world. Life is not about how long we survive, but how we make every second meaningful. 4. There is no shortcut to beauty. Have you ever heard that helping a butterfly out of its cocoon will actually kill it? It has to struggle alone because every pull and push weakens its body but strengthens its wings. So it is with us. Sometimes suffering is part of the process so that we can fly. 5. Flying alone, but not lonely. Butterflies do not flock like bees or ants. They fly alone but always find flowers that welcome them. On the journey of life, we may feel alone, but that does not mean lonely. Life is a short dance among eternity. Like butterflies, we only have a short time to fly before finally returning to dust. So, dance while you can. Butterflies and the secret of beauty. True beauty is not just what is seen by the eye, but what can touch the soul. Butterflies teach us that beauty is not only about striking colors, but also about the journey, perseverance, and hidden meaning. It was born as a caterpillar, a small creature that was almost ignored. Then it disappeared into a cocoon, drowning in the lonely darkness. The world thought it was dead, but inside, something was happening. It was not dead, it was changing. When it finally emerged, it was not just something different, it was something more beautiful, freer. But the beauty of the butterfly is not just about its wings. There is a deeper secret. 1. Beauty is not about perfection, but about change. Butterflies are not born beautiful. They once crawled on the ground, once hidden in silence. Only after going through all that did it fly carrying a meaningful story. 2. Fragility is not weakness, but part of beauty. Its wings are so thin, so vulnerable, but that is precisely what allows it to soar. True beauty is not always about strength, but about how something fragile can still dance amidst the storm. 3. True beauty is the courage to fly. The butterfly does not know where the wind will take it, but it keeps flapping its wings. We also do not always know where this life will go, but as long as we dare to step, we are dancing with destiny. 4. Silence is not the end, but the beginning of a new birth. In the cocoon, the butterfly is in the long darkness, but that is precisely where it finds itself. Maybe there are times when we also have to stop for a moment, stay in silence, before flying again with a new identity. Life is a metamorphosis that never stops. Like butterflies, we are all changing. Sometimes we feel trapped. Sometimes we feel out of shape. But one thing is for sure, someday we will emerge from our own cocoons and see the world with new wings. So, if life feels difficult, if the world feels narrow, remember one thing. Maybe we are just in a cocoon, and one day we too will fly. When butterflies dream. Perhaps somewhere quiet, there is a butterfly that dreams of being human. It sees us walking proudly, talking loudly, and feeling like we own the world. But maybe, if it could really become human, it would realize something, that we actually want what it has: freedom, serenity, and acceptance of destiny. Because the butterfly does not ask the wind where it should go, it just flaps its wings and follows the flow of the universe. It is not afraid of time, because it knows its beauty does not depend on how long it lives, but how beautifully it dances among flowers and light. It does not think about tomorrow or yesterday, because for it, existence is only about the present, this second, this breath, this dance. Butterflies and undemanding beauty. We often think that beauty must be sought, pursued, and maintained. But butterflies teach us that true beauty is not about having, but about receiving. 1. It never fights the wind, only dances with it. Don't many of us spend our lives fighting against something that cannot be changed? While butterflies choose to go with the flow, making the flow of the universe their friend. 2. They are not jealous of other creatures, because they know they are enough. We often compare ourselves to others, feel lacking, feel like we should be more. But butterflies never envy birds that can fly further, or flowers that always stay in one place. They just become themselves, and that's enough. 3. They don't try to hold back time, just fill it with beauty. Time is so short for butterflies, but do they mourn it? They spend their days dancing, flying, and enjoying the beauty that the world gives. Maybe we should learn from them. Maybe happiness is not about getting more, but about accepting what is already there. Maybe freedom is not about fighting, but about being one with the flow of life. And maybe beauty is not about how long we survive, but about how we live in every moment given. So when life feels heavy, when the world feels noisy, remember, we are all butterflies in progress. We have all been caterpillars crawling in limitations. We have all been in cocoons of silence. And in time, we will all fly. No need to rush, no need to worry. Because the universe knows when it is the right time to give us wings.